Hello, 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 my beautiful tribe. So excited to be here with you again. And today, here we are for another episode of Ask Coach V. Woohoo! And I'm here with my wonderful, brilliant CEO, Coach Ivon Martin.
Hey, everybody. Happy to be here.
Hello, Coach. How are you?
I'm doing well. I like these, so I'm looking forward to it. I got some good questions for you today.
Oh my God, I love it. I think it's such a great thing, so excited we get to talk. We get to have a great conversation and bring some value to our friends and clients and tribe. Wonderful.
Yeah. So let's get right to it, because anyone who follows Coach V knows that, she can talk about a subject and she likes to teach. So let's get right to these questions. So I actually, for those of you that maybe you're watching this for the first time, I look at Facebook groups, I look at what our clients are talking about, I look at what random agents are talking about, and I grab a question or two or three, and I bring them to Coach V, and we get her organic, non-rehearsed answer. So I have a couple questions that I saw people talking about, and let me hit you with the first one, Coach V. So the first one, it was kind of posed as a statement. Someone made a statement and wanted to get, agree or disagree from it. And the statement was that asking buyers to waive inspections and remove contingencies is a huge challenge. Agree or disagree? So I think this is a great question to bring up, because right now, for probably a lot of agents out there, the market is so hot and buyers are having to do anything they can to keep their offer, competitive. So what's your take on this, Coach V? Do you think this is like really hard for agents? Agents are struggling with this right now. And how do you think they should approach it in the first place to ask the buyers to, maybe waive some of these things?
Such a great question. And yes, you're right. Super relevant in this market, one of the hottest market ever. How do we do this? The best way is to do what always we tell you guys, right? Is really go through the education process during your buyer presentation and really prepare really like a master, like a surgeon before the brain surgery, the best way to write offers in this market. So how you guys do it right now? What's your technique, your approach? Let me give an example. I had not long ago a client telling me this. So Coach, how do I explain that, right? How do I go through the process? Darling, at the end of the day, our job is to prepare them, educate them, and go through the process. So my recommendation is really sit down with your buyers, with your clients. Even though you had your buyer's presentation, I hope you did a beautiful job. Now, when it's time to write an offer, first time or second time, you don't take anything for granted, like, oh, they remember, they know. No, there might be, a multimillionaire that bought a lot of homes. People forget. Isn't it true, Coach?
Yeah. And you know what? I think you're bringing up such a good point, because I think at the end of the day, where this really becomes an issue with people is when they feel like it's coming out of nowhere, right? Or they feel like it's unexpected. And they're like, what do you mean I can't do that? Or what do you mean I have to take it as is? But if you actually, prepare them for that, then they're just like, okay, this is what you talked about, right?
Yeah. So just it's case by case. Okay. So we have here this house, right? The market is hot. I already did my homework, Mr. Buyer, Mrs. Buyer. I know that at this price range, you're probably going to have a lot of competition. So how can we win this? So you got to go over the strategies. So option A, and it's always the best option right now, is go free and clear of contingencies, go free and clear of requests. Let's make sure we have the best price, the best terms, know exactly what the seller wants, and then put an offer that match that. And, of course, you're going to have some things, Coach Ivon, and that they're going to have that they have to unfold, like what happened with the appraisal. Yeah, no appraisal contingency. By the way, can you go cash? Can you go with a loan, but maybe as is? Don't ask for anything. You can still do some of the inspections, but don't ask for anything. So that's a great question. And you as a real estate agent really have to know how to explain and educate Because what happened, coach? Are they nervous, the buyers?
Of course, right? Of course.
They
For
know
most of them, it's the biggest purchase they've ever made and maybe ever will make.
they're nervous, right? They're anxious. They're wondering, oh my gosh, how am I going to do that? Well, if this happens. So yeah, we got to educate. And then I would say put in writing. Okay, this is your options. You know, how can we win this competition, this game? Okay, the best price, the best terms, free and clear of contingencies. Let's make sure we have a great relationship with the real estate agent on the other side. And then let's go strong as we can be. And strong means good and everything, because it's not only about term, it's about price. So yeah, how comfortable is your client going as is with no contingencies? And if they're not comfortable, make sure you help them to see the pros and the cons and the worst scenario and the best scenario. So
right. So it sounds like the really important thing here is that this can't just be something that, like, when they're going to make the offer, you say, hey, we have to do this. It has to be something that they understand is a strategy from the get-go.
Yeah.
That, hey, this is your position. And if this is what we want, here are the options, here are the strategies. So expect this.
Yeah.
If we're in this scenario.
Exactly. Right? So this is what I teach. It is what my coaches, my clients are doing. And by the way, this has been happening in some hot market like the Bay Area, the Silicon Valley. It happens all the time. When the demand is high, yeah, you gotta come as is and strong. And you gotta even say, hey, we already saw the disclosures, or we are willing to look at the disclosures right away and release that. Yeah, the faster, the more efficient you go to the process, and you make it easier for the listing agent and the seller, less resistance, less friction, you're already ahead of the game.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, good. I think we covered that one really well. So I want to move into the next question, and it's totally different from what we just talked about. And honestly, it's a little different from all the questions we've had so far, because I think you'll agree it's a little more of a soft skill type of question. So I'm going to read it. I put it down here because I took it from a real estate agent Facebook group, and I want to make sure I put it the same. So this person said, what do you do to stay inspired and motivated in this industry? I'm really struggling today. So here we have someone who, you know, who knows what situation they're going through. You guys all know that we face challenges in this industry. What do you tell someone that says, you know, how do you stay inspired? How do you stay passionate about what you're doing when you're having a hard time?
Oh my gosh, I love the question, Coach. Because at the end of the day, we are only as great as our energy. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, and I've been there. I've been there, the one, you know, in the trenches. And I see a lot of my clients feeling this way. So what do you do to raise your energy? So when you're feeling low, when you're feeling down, what do? I can tell you right away. What I've learned is my many moons in this business, when people are feeling down, uninspired, deflated, is probably one of two things, or maybe the two things. Number one, they are out of momentum. They don't have appointments. They don't have activities. They're not getting signatures. This is the fastest way to feel deflated.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's happy when they have a bunch of business, right? It's hard to be sad when you're going to tons of listing appointments and selling tons of homes.
Isn't it true? So you can be feeling very deflated right now, Coach, very low, very down. And then I call you and I say, hey, Yvonne, guess what? I just got a friend here who wants to sell 2 great homes right there in San Diego. So I told him, nobody else but you, so you're getting this referral. How would you feel?
I think I'd feel pretty excited about that.
Right? The moment you get 2 great referrals, bam, your energy goes up, right?
Absolutely.
So right away you got to put yourself in momentum all the time. And that means you got to be in action. And the other thing is when you are out of movement. So what makes us feel uninspired, deflated is lack of progress, lack of movement, and definitely lack of momentum.
And you know what? I think that really kind of brings up a point that a lot of agents maybe struggle with, because let's be honest here, for most of the agents in the country, they kind of rely on, you know, referral business, past business. And if nothing is coming in at the moment, they're kind of twiddling their thumbs a little bit. Like, what should I be doing right now? And
right.
it's hard to feel inspired when you're sitting around waiting for business. And I think some of these people that maybe find themselves in that situation, they really just need direction because they don't know, okay, I should get in momentum. I should get in movement. I should take action. But what do I do? And they end up sitting there feeling down.
Yeah. And it's what a horrible feeling. Would you agree?
Yeah, they're the worst.
Oh, it's horrible. You know why? It's horrible because you feel like you're stuck, like you are out of control, like you don't have control of your day, of your business, of your life. It's a horrible feeling, and that's why a lot of real estate agents feel deflated, down, lost, because they don't know what the next transaction is going to come from. And they don't know how to get control of the business. And I'll tell you, and I sound like a broken record, Coach. I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm telling you, when you have an optimistic mindset, you're working on your mindset all the time, and you put some systems in place. So it's generating leads for you. Leads are coming in, people are calling you from your database, from your farm, from your social media. People are reaching out to you from on DM you. You see, when you create a system that generating business and you are actively talking to people, set appointment. So now you get activity, right? And then you implement, go to a higher level of skills, you're going to crush it. For example, let me tell you about my client, Josh. And it's so exciting. Josh is in the Bay Area, Coach. And he came to me, he read a testimonial of a great client that I helped immensely. So he reached out to me and we had a great conversation. We signed up for coaching. And immediately we had a mindset shift, Coach. One of those change of the mind, and you pivot and we focus on some things. Immediately, in less than a week and a half, he grew immense momentum. And it started compounding. So we're working on his mindset with some incredible perspective and putting some systems in place. And the momentum grew. He's like, Coach, I'm having the best month. I never had a January like that.
And you know what this story really makes you think about is most people don't know how close they are to being able to make that change, right? They don't know how close they are. They might, okay, I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start taking action. And they might do it for a few months and they might be like right there to really breaking through. And then they stop because they don't know how close they are. So exactly. Let's do this, Coach V, because I want to put, a nice little neat punctuation mark at the end of this conversation. To that uninspired agent out there that is, struggling to get through today, they're going through a rough patch. If you could tell them, look, right now, go do this one thing. Go do this one thing. What would you tell them to do? What would be the one thing that you would say, start doing this right now, at least?
I love it. Great question. I love it. So you listening to me, feeling down, deflated. I can tell you that like this, the moment that you make a decision, that you decide to do something and put a plan together, your whole energy changes. Because now you have direction. Now you are moving forward. And when you move forward, that gives you control. That makes you feel great. Now like lost, floating around without any idea. So the moment you decide to do something right away, so let me say this to you. You have to reset priorities. Go look at your goals. Do you have goals? What is your intention for today, for this week? Okay, so set your goals for this month. Okay, I'm going to have 3 listening appointments this month, or 2. Set an intention, set a goal. The moment you set an intention, and now I'm decided, I am resolved. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get those 3 listening appointments. So I can convert one listing, get one listing. You know what I'm saying, Coach Ivon?
Right. So make a decision, put a plan together.
Make a decision, and that is setting your goals with clarity. Set your goals, make an intention, make a decision. And then now I say, okay, I'm going to get 3 listing appointments a week, and then I'm going to get 1 listing no matter what, and I'm going to sell that. Is that going to be $15,000 for me? For some of you are going to be maybe getting 10 listen appointment this month, and then getting 5, whatever it is at your level, but make a decision, set your goals and the plan together. I would say, what is the number one warmest, nicer, better, easier lead source in the world, Coach Ivon?
Well, I know it. It's your database.
Your database. Go make some calls. I tell you right away, you're feeling down, uninspired, deflated, lack of momentum, not in the right place, lack of action. Get up, get excited. You already made a decision. You're going to get 4 listing appointments or 3 listing appointments this month or the next 15 days. Go text 40 people. And, that's what we teach you guys what to say, how to say. Go text 40 people on your database. Go do a video, send to your whole database, your whole CIM, and you're going to do like our client Doug. He's called one person from his database because I told you, you're doing great with your farm. Now go call your database because we got to shake out the listing trees, right? We got to shake out the listing trees. He called his farm, connect with some people that he met 5 years ago on an open house. Guess what? They bought a home with him, and he listed his home, $60,000 in commission, Coach Ivon.
Out of nowhere.
Out of So when you do your work, the goddess of real estate helps you. So what's your goal? Decide today to have a goal. Be intentional, then put the plan together and go take action. Go call your database, go text your database, go send an email with a video to your database, give them value, give them the state of the market. So I gave you 3 things, right, Coach?
Yeah, you always over-deliver. So I think that's a great place for us to stop. We talked about some great questions. So remember, with your buyers, educate, set expectations, make sure there's no curveballs, right? Let them know. If you tell them as a professional what to expect and that you might have to remove contingencies or waive anything, and you come with that confidence, they'll be much better about it. And then number 2, get in action, make a decision, put your plan together. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Ask Coach V, and I can't wait to come back with some more questions.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, keep bringing the question, and just remember, without intention, you are reactive. So set your intentions, make a decision, go after your goals, and take action consistently. Thank you, Coach Ivon, for being here and participating, asking me all those great questions.
Yeah, thank you. So for all of you guys watching this right now, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss these, because it's really going to help you. And share this with someone that you care about, someone that you know this could help, because there's a lot of agents out there that this could really help. And thank you. And we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you. So get inspired, bring the energy up, and do all these great things we talk about it. So lots of love. See you next week. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye, Coach. Thank you.
Bye.